I've made a lot of Inazuma 11 Victory Road of Heroes videos over the last few days, but today I want to look back at Inazuma 11 too, and I'm going to team up with Zikria AK again to bring you guys every Inazuma 11 2 story player ranked from worst to best. So every player you get in the story who is mandatory, #bars, we're going to rank from worst to best depending on how useful they are, how good they are, all the various stuff that Zikria AK knows way better than me. Also, you're going to see down in this corner, goalkeeper, forward, defender, midfielder, and that's basically the number there means how good they are in that position. So if they're a 1, terrible in that position. If they're a 5, amazing in that position. Just because some players are a lot better in different positions than they are in their own, so it's just a nice way of showing you guys that. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Did you know that Willy has Jinx? Follow-up question. Did you know that Jinx isn't very good? People gave me heat about Bobby in the first video, but he's not very good in this one either. In fact, we'd say don't get him in Chapter 1 at all, because he doesn't get a move that isn't Killer Slide until level 21. He rejoins your team in the Royal Academy Redux chapter at around to level 21, which is when he gets Volcano Cut, like automatically if you don't get him in Chapter 1. So there is literally no point getting him in Chapter 1, dealing with this shitty defender for a bit, and then when you could just automatically get him in Chapter 5. So yeah, he's still not great because for 4 chapters he's basically useless because Killer Slide is not very good. Victoria Vanguard is basically discount Hurricane. The tower is amazing throughout the story, but she gets a weaker long shot than Hurley because she gets Rainbow Arc and obviously he gets Tsunami Boost. She does learn Perfect Tower, but she learns it way too late at level 69. Nice. Sue has an amazing moveset on paper, but she just fails to be as strong as Shawn or as efficient as Eugene Conwell. She's just not very consistent, though she is a good goal scorer. Darren is essentially Mark, but slightly worse. You can play midfield though. Unfortunately, Jude has suffered a massive downgrade since Inazuma 11-1. Because Axel's not here for the majority of the story, you can't use Inazuma Break, and one of his best moves from Inazuma 11-1, Spinning Cut, well he just doesn't have in this game. He has a weak Illusion Ball, an alright Twin Boost. He eventually gets Death Zone 2, and then he becomes a really good forward with Death Zone 2 in Inazuma Break, but it's just a bit too late to write him any higher. Hurley is a really cool skill for experienced players, namely in the form of Everyone Move It, which increases your power when winning and decreases your power when losing. Then you've got Tsunami Boost, which is a really decent way to get the ball up, and he gets Spinning Cut shortly after he joins. Then, when he hits level 50, he gets the amazing Whale Guard, and it just kind of completes a good player. Jack is essentially the exact same Jack as from Inazuma 11-1, except this time he gets Stone Wall at Chapter 9, which makes him a bit better. Eric Eagle is a super balanced player. He starts off with Spinning Shot, then he gets Illusion Ball at level 16, then Flame Dance at level 30, and then Phoenix at level 47. He's essentially I2's Steve Grimm. You should absolutely recruit him at Chapter 1. Otherwise you have to re-scout him at level 5 because of Sue. Scotty Banyan may have a completely useless alter ego, but his base form is an insanely solid defender. Whirlwind Force is so much stronger than the TP suggests, and he gets Whirlwind Twister shortly after. His last 2 moves are nothing to look at, but those first 2 are really good. Justice for Scotty fans. All 3 of us. Yeah, Eugene Conwell does count because he is a mandatory player. You have to get him to progress the story, and he is surprisingly really good. He's a very efficient cleanup striker. He's got a fast level up rate, and heal kick spam is very efficient. He also gets Invisible Fake and Reflect Buster late in the game to help him even more, and so he's just kind of always a really good offensive player. Obviously, Mark is really good. I mean, it's Mark Evans. Though, in the first 2 chapters, he does struggle a bit with Marge in the Hand, because it just kind of wipes out his entire TP, but he is just still really strong. Unfortunately though, the opponents do get a lot stronger near the end, so he does start to struggle quite a bit, though he can become a cool forward at the end with the Earth. Axel just kind of isn't here for the basically the whole story, but when he joins, he's ridiculously good, with really good stats, level growth, and Fireball Bloody Storm. And also Heat Tackle's a really handy dribble. And finally, number 1, you probably saw this coming, is Shawn Frost. Now, you only really need to use his Aiden form in the story because you already have a ton of defenders on your team, but Eternal Blizzard will be your go-to shot for the entire story. And when he fuses, he essentially becomes Inazuma 11-1 Jude. He has a block, a dribble, a powerful shot, and amazing stats. Shawn is without a doubt the best story player in IE2. And there you have it, that is the list. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know down below. And a massive thank you to Zikri AK for teaming up with me again for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.